to this. And now the news in details. As Ghana observes May Day today, the General Secretary of the Industrial and Commercial Workers Union, Morgan Ayawini, has called for urgent reforms to Ghana's economic systems, warning that the sacrifices of workers are yet to translate into meaningful improvement in their living conditions. In his 2026 May Day message to workers across the country, Ayawini acknowledged the resilience of the Ghanaian workforce, but questioned why years of hard work have not yielded the expected economic benefits. While commending government efforts to stabilize the economy, he stressed that microeconomic gains must go beyond statistics and reflect in the daily lives of ordinary workers. And the Deputy Secretary General of the Ghana Federation of Labour, Kenneth Kumsin, says the Federation will not participate in the event due to misunderstanding between itself and the Trades Union Congress.
Not able to participate in this meeting because I am not able to say that emphatically. As at 22nd of April, the position of these two labor centers was that we are not at the level of leadership. So membership, people have planned ahead of time. If they want to attend this workers forum, that's fine. But as far as leadership is concerned, it's a protest, it's a statement, and not just a statement. We are taking other legal decisions. Other we are consulting with our lawyers. We are going to take legal action to make sure that there is a proper interpretation to the name organized labor in the act, and that the conduct of organized labor truly reflects the sentiments, the views of Ghanaian workers across the country. So,
you had the Deputy Secretary General of the Ghana Federation of Labour, Kenneth Kumsin. And then President John Dramani Mahama has commended engineers from the Volta River Authority for their swift response to the fire outbreak at the Akosombo Great Coal Power Station. The President says in the midst of the adversity, there is an urgent need to modernize the facility.
I told the minister I was coming here to see the work you had done. He's briefed me. You have 4 of the turbines back on, and he says that you're working another miracle and that I'll get good news soon with the remaining 2 turbines also coming back on. So I want to thank you very much for what you've done, and we encourage you to continue to work. VRA will continue to be one of the foremost state-owned enterprises, and Gridco and VRA, both of you, you are among the foremost twins of the same mother, VRA, and we know that you continue to work, and every support government can give you will continue to give you.
In another development, residents across Accra have endured weeks of intermittent power outages, disrupting homes, businesses, and daily life. But while many communities struggle to keep the lights on, some critical public institutions appear to be shielded. Checks from the Sam Health facilities in Accra reveal full operation, of which the Electricity Company of Ghana says the uninterruption of power is due to special arrangements. Evelyn Tengma has more.
For weeks now, darkness has become an unwelcome routine in several parts of Accra. From households to small businesses, residents say the unpredictable power cuts are taking a toll, spoiling food items, halting productivity, and increasing the cost of living. But a visit to a number of public health facilities tells a different story. Lights are on, machines are running, and services continue uninterrupted. Hospital authorities who spoke off camera say in situations where power goes off for a while, it is an internal problem and not from ECG. This serves as a reminder that in critical environments like hospitals, few seconds without power can mean the difference between life and death. Officials at the Electricity Company of Ghana say this is by design. According to the General Manager for External Communications at ECG, Dr. Charles Ni Ayiku, many health facilities are connected to dedicated power lines to ensure constant electricity supply.
If you find any also going off, then it could be a technical challenge, and that we come in immediately to fix. Yes, we understand the sensitive nature of the operations. So we are very careful about how we manage operation in these sensitive areas. Not just the hospitals, but other critical installations. No, they are on dedicated lines or sensitive feeders, so we don't touch them. What they can do is that they can always get in touch with the district office where they operate, so that we do the assessment and then make sure that we separate their lines, or if it means that there's going to be a new transformer or anything at all, we'll do the assessment and then we guide them accordingly.
And that was a report filed by my colleague Evelyn Tingma. And now more than 40 invigilators have been banned from supervising this year's basic education certificate examination in what authorities describe as a serious crackdown on examination malpractices. The Ghana Education Service says the offenders were caught last year engaging in acts that undermine the integrity of the country's education system and acts that have left many questioning the fairness of the examination process. Meanwhile, 620,141 candidates will sit for this year's BEC examinations. Director General of GS, Professor N.S. Davis, was addressing a news conference in Accra.
I wish to remind all supervisors and regional directors of education that all teachers and supervisors who were linked to examination malpractice last year and are being processed for sanctions are banned from the examination centers. They are not expected to have anything to do with the examination. We expect you to follow the directive strictly. Letters have been sent to all regional directors.
And that was the Director General of GES, Professor N.S. Davis. Before we part company, the majority in Parliament says the Bank of Ghana has so far incurred losses of 16.7 billion Ghana cedis in efforts to reform Ghana's economy. And the caucus says government interventions over the years have led to lower inflation, reduced monetary policy and lending rates, as well as greater stability of the cedi. Addressing journalists, a member of the Finance Committee and MP for Sangnerigu, Atta Issa, further said the Bank of Ghana's gold purchasing program generated an estimated $11 billion in gains despite recording an operational loss of 9 billion Ghana cedis. Take a listen.
For the family paying school fees, electricity and hospital costs, the stability is real. What lower inflation made possible? What made the lower inflation possible? The cost of 16.7 billion cost was incurred in 2025 through the Bank of Ghana open market operation, interest paid to absorb excess liquidity in the market. This led to inflation falling from 54.1% in 2022 to 3.2% in March this year. The monetary policy rate of government that forms the basis of the Ghana reference rate and the interbank rate fell from about 30%, that made cost of doing business so expensive, to about 14%. Lending rate has also fallen from about 35.6% in 2022 to 19.2% as at the end of 2025.
And that note, we end the morning news. Before we go look again at the top stories, Ghanaians observe May Day with a call for urgent reforms to Ghana's economic systems. And President John Dramani Mahama commends engineers from the Water River Authority, VRA, for their swift response to fire outbreak at their Coastal Great Power Station. And the Ghana Education Service, GES, begins crackdown on invigilators, malpractice at examination centers. My name is George Quinn. For more news updates, just log on to our website at 3news.com. Enjoy your day and enjoy the rest of the holiday. Thanks for watching, listening. Good morning.
of the 3FM Sunrise. Hello there, good morning. Thank you very much for joining us here on the 3FM Sunrise. Big thank you to George Queenan for doing the 6 a.m. news for us. It's a holiday, and so no holiday edition of the business news. This one in the background by Akese Brempong, featuring Joe Metal, calls this one Blessed.
Come on, let's go. 5 a.m.
Now in the background, Perez music with Wolache. And like I'm saying, today is Workers' Day. May Day, Workers' Day. It's the start of a brand new month. Happy new month to you. And may all the glad tidings of a new month find you. Joy and contentment, excitement.
Everybody, let's go, let's go.
And so as today is the start of a new month, plus Workers' Day, I decided to share something with you today. Because there's no better time to reflect on something we often underestimate: the dignity of work. Every day, long before the world fully wakes up, millions of people begin building life with their hands. Some in offices, some on roads, some in markets, some behind microphones, like me right now. Some in classrooms, hospitals, workshops, farms, studios, and shops. Different jobs, different titles, different incomes. But one shared reality: each person is carrying a responsibility. Trying, pushing, showing up. And it can feel repetitive, trust me, it does feel repetitive. Wake up, work, rest. Do the same thing again and again and again and again and again and again. So much so that people begin to wonder whether what they do truly matters. And you begin to question yourself. But here's something worth remembering this morning. The world is not only changed by grand achievements, it is sustained by ordinary people who continue showing up consistently. The teacher who refuses to give up on students, the driver who wakes up before dawn, the cleaner whose work nobody notices until it is undone, a parent working quietly to keep a family together. These may not always make the headlines, but they hold society together. And that is a deeper meaning of work. It's not just survival, it is contribution, it is purpose. The ability to leave something better than you found it is what work is about. So as we enter this new month, here's our little reflection, and may it keep with us all throughout this month. Never look down on honest work. Never underestimate the value of consistency. And never assume that because your effort is quiet, it is insignificant. Because every meaningful structure in life is built the same way. One day, one task, one faithful effort at a time. And so to everyone listening to me this morning, may this new month reward your labor. May your effort produce fruit, and may your work not only sustain you, but fulfill you. And may you never forget, there is honor in showing up and giving your best. That's our message today, as we celebrate workers in the four corners of this country and celebrate workers here at Media General. And you know that thing about one day, one task? You know the aeroplane, for a lot of us, so there's a Gallup report, right, about how more than half of the youthful population are seeking to leave the jurisdiction to find better elsewhere. The destination is Europe and the Americas and what have you. The plane in which you sit to make that journey, if you see the process in which it goes through, a task every day, if we're to take that into perspective, everyday boring work, that's what the manufacturers will be thinking. But in the end, it's a grand bed that defeats a lot in terms of physics and how you understand life. A huge metal container which flies across continents and will take you to your destination. That's what your work is like. Every day, quietly, you're chipping away, you're putting in the effort, you're doing your little bit. In the end, you put up a grand plane that can ferry people to and from different quarters. That's the importance of work. And so we celebrate you today here on Workers' Day. We'll do a bit more in terms of music. We'll get our weather update as well. A reminder, we're streaming on YouTube. It's where you can be a part of this show and leave a message for us as well. And we will do the reading for you. So in the early hours of today, Friday, mist and fog patches are likely to form over forested and mountainous areas as well as in some coastal locations. No indications of rain just as yet. Be on the lookout on the Ghana Meteorological Agency platforms. They add that during the early hours of the morning, mostly cloudy weather is expected for most parts of the country amidst mist and foggy conditions over the forest and mountainous regions. However, a few cases of thunderstorms or rain are anticipated to affect areas over northern Ghana. So if you're listening to us, Kesmi, 107.1 FM, be minded that there is the likely chance of rain. As the day progresses, mostly sunny conditions will prevail across the country with the likelihood of thunderstorms or rain over parts of the middle and transition sectors from the late afternoon into the evening. And there will be subsequent updates as well if you get there. So DJ Phil, I will leave you in the hands of DJ Phil, where there'll be a bit of ginger. For those of us at home, it's a holiday. Workers' Day is a holiday, and so you're home, you're listening. Enjoy some great music. We'll be back with a few bits of papers for you as well as check the online portals. The president has been visiting the Gridco substation area where that fire incident knocked off 1,000 megawatts of power. The Bank of Ghana has issued or released its 2025 audited reports and financial statement. Some losses in there and some other matters which will obviously be of interest to us here. We'll get into all of that for you here on the 3FM Sunrise. Please stay with us. But right now, great music, kind Ketsi DJ Fail.
3FM Sunrise.
to the gold board, selling directly to them. And as well, the president at Gridco yesterday to inspect work on the turbines. But today is Workers' Day. A lot later, we'll activate the phone line to hear from you, the Ghanaian worker, what you make of the job market and satisfaction. Back here in the studio, though, Sixus Don Ulu in studio with me. Good morning to you. Trust that all is well.
God is good. We have life.
What's the choice in the shades?
Well, you would have observed that for some time now. My eyes are worrying me.
So these are medicated?
No, these are just
it's to reduce the light.
Shades, yes. Your studio lights are probably also part of the problem.
Oh. You've been here for a very long time, so if you are blaming studio lights.
No. Because my eyes are hurting.
Okay, so you just want to take the extra precaution.
Yes, at least prevent the direct this one before.
That's
aside
important.
that, God is good. We have
all
life.
The time.
We have seen another working year. We may be asking ourselves whether the conditions are good or bad, whether we are enjoying what we are doing, whether there's room for improvement. All those are questions that we need to ask ourselves as individual workers, if you like. And to be sure that, wherever you are, whichever corner you are happy there. And by happiness, it's not just about how many figures you are receiving in a month.
Then it's about what?
Whether even the job itself, you are enjoying it. There's something called intrinsic job satisfaction. You may be receiving a lot of money, but the work environment is so toxic that it doesn't allow you to express yourself.
Right.
Or it is so... okay, I'll ignore you. Or...
ignoring who?
The film. When I said it's so toxic, it doesn't allow you to grow, express yourself. His reaction to it, anyway, and that will affect motivation at work. Whether all you have in your work environment are people scheming to bring you down. Everywhere you turn, you have somebody setting a trap for you. Amongst you, yourselves, your colleagues, with your bosses, with your subordinates, and all of those things. All those things go into whether people are happy on a particular job or not. And that also directly translates into productivity. There are a lot of things that bosses do, whether deliberately or unconsciously, which affects their teams. There are bosses who would openly show their likeness for one employee as against another. Bosses who would openly show their support for one employee as against another. Those are not healthy practices. Those are not good for team building and bonding. If the team always feels that this boss only hears one voice and every other voice in the team is rubbish, then that team is bound to fail. Because division will begin to rear its ugly head within the team. Or if you have a boss who, instead of always looking at the bigger picture or the larger picture, is interested in only picking on members of the team, whether particular members or random members. When I say particular members, that would mean targeted. You have a team and you put all your eyes on one person. Whatever comes from that person is bad. You look for the least opportunity to do that person in. You always set traps for the person to fail. What you don't realize is that the failure of that one individual, it's the failure of your leadership. It's another thing that team leaders usually don't observe. They think that I don't like this person. Let me sabotage the person. Let me get rid of the person. Let me frustrate the person. In trying to get rid of the person, frustrate the person, give the person a bad record, you are playing down on productivity of the person, and depending on the person's influence within the team, it can affect the rest of the team. It's another thing that team leaders usually don't realize. So all those go directly to job satisfaction. It's not about how many.
It's not always about money.
It's not always about money.
Right.
And this is not personal. It's not an individual thing. It is not a me thing. It is not a Mawina thing. It is an employee thing. And
so we're talking matters of employee morale and
employee morale.
And more often than not, when employee morale is mentioned, people tend to see it as financial.
As financial.
Uh-huh.
In fact, we all have the tendency of reducing everything to financials.
It is very important.
No, it is very important.
Yes,
As I say right now, I want to say good morning to some people, but it's fine. We can continue.
Oh, who do you want to say good morning to again?
It's fine. No, don't draw me into this.
No, I'm asking. I'm genuinely asking.
Okay. Let me finish with what I was saying before I lose my thoughts.
You have lost it already. I've succeeded in making you lose it. So who was of interest to you that you wanted to say?
Good morning to all members of my family. I love you.
Oh.
So the team, as we see at every level, whether at the low level, the mid level, the managerial level, or the directorial level, you have a certain bond that keeps or oils the team. And once that is injured, then you have a big problem with productivity. So you may try everything. Imagine a boss who fights the team members. You fight them today. Tomorrow there's a problem to be handled. How do you rally the people that you have fought? How do you rally the people that you are picking on to be part of the bigger team effort? And whether we like it or not, every single member of the team has a role to play in the bigger output or larger output. So it doesn't matter. Let me use our setting as an example. It doesn't matter whether you are a presenter, you are a producer, you are a DJ, you are a social media exec, you are a sales person. Because in a typical production team, these are the elements you would find. You would find the people who are directly managing or overseeing the production. You would find the big bosses, the celebrities. You will find
who is a celebrity?
You presenters are celebrities.
Presenters are not celebrities.
We, the rest of us.
I think maybe when you're done, I want to draw that distinction. being a
don't let me lose again.
That's why I said when you are done.
Okay, so in trying to put the pieces together, so imagine that you constantly pick on your DJ, and there's an event that you need your DJ to contribute.
You play Sanya. You know what is Sanya?
Or he may even do a solid playlist, but his attitude to and approach to that particular event will be telling that there's a big problem. So that is why every single part of the whole must always be carried along. And let's leave bosses and come to we the people. You are in a group in an office, And all the time, you are the one who is always running away from the group effort. There's a 100% job to be done. Somebody is doing 10%. Another person is doing 15%. Another person is doing 20%. Another person is doing 5%. And you will almost always somehow find yourself doing 0%. You see, they are the ones who are always shouting from behind. All they do is the talk, the complain, the distraction, the disruption. There is never ever anything good that comes out of such people within the team. That means that this particular one person is going to distract the rest of the team. And if the rest of the team is not focused, again going back to leadership, if leadership is not bonding enough, rallying enough, focused enough, this one Mensa, or is it Kofi? Mensa. This one Mensa will downplay or play down on the rest of the team effort, ultimately affecting productivity. So even amongst members of the team, every single member has to be able to fit in. Every single member would have to be pulled up and along. There cannot be a situation where I want to show that I'm the most serious member of the team. I want to demonstrate that without me, this team will not function. I want to demonstrate that without me, this job will never be done. And you would hear comments like, I will not do again, then we'll see what will happen. You hear comments like, but for me, this would not have happened. You hear comments like, you know, those kinds of examples and those kinds of members of the team. What they effectively succeed in doing is growing discord within the team and amongst members of the team, making other people feel less and less of the task, up to the task. And those people will begin to withdraw. Well, my contribution is not being noted. My contribution is not being appreciated. My contribution is not being valued. And so those people gradually begin to turn themselves into salary workers.
They just come in for the money.
They just come in for the money. They wake up in the morning, they bath and dress up, and they show up at work. Well, my boss wants me to be in the office. Here I am. But putting their shoulders to the wheel, that will never happen. And some way, somehow, those kinds of members of the team always last longer. They never get into trouble because they are not working. When the trouble is coming, it won't find them because they are not on the job. So if you are not a smart leader, again, goes back to leadership. If you are not a smart leader, you end up even appreciating those kinds of people more. And what that does is to break down the team. So let's imagine that Mawena is the most hardworking member of the team. And mostly the hardworking members of the team don't shout. Yeah, they don't loud down. They do, like DJ Phil. You never go hear DJ Phil brag. No, he will just come in, give you a good play.
Do his thing and then he'll be on his way.
Magic and he moves away. But he never go louder. But those who don't contribute,
Are you sure they don't contribute anything?
Oh, but mostly they are only a distraction.
That's just devil's advocate.
Mostly they are just a distraction. And they are the ones, because, they don't, their hands are not dirty with the work. They they never find themselves in any trouble. So imagine you are, Phil is the most hardworking in the team, and I am the one who is just wasting everybody's time, and I am the one that my boss takes a liking to. Imagine what will happen, how Phil will feel.
You feel good.
I can't speak English. How Phil will feel. Oh, Mete Broffle.
He will feel good, like the feel good moment
like
he has been giving
good
people.
moment on the afternoon show on TV3. Phil will be filled with anger. He will begin to withdraw. No matter how strong his character is, he will begin to withdraw. Because he will begin to feel that he is not appreciated. Then he will begin to compare his effort to my effortlessness. And he will begin to ask himself, why at all is boss liking this person over me? When I am the one actually doing the work. I'm the one contributing the ideas. Even if I don't contribute the idea, when it comes to execution, I'm the perfect one amongst the team. Every member of the team acknowledges this apart from the boss. Maybe because the boss likes my height, or maybe because the boss likes my voice. The boss likes something irrelevant, insignificant about me. I become the puppet.
Fair point.
So it is the relationship from the top to the bottom, from the bottom to the top, horizontally. What do they call that one? So it's a linear relationship. At all angles, any angle at all you look at it, it affects productivity. And the ultimate start point is usually the job satisfaction.
Absolutely.
I wake up at 4 a.m. to come to work. How do I feel every morning when I wake up at 4 a.m.? Do I jump out of the bed?
You not jump out of the bed, and here's where I'm going to come in. I think it ties in perfectly with the message I was sharing this morning with listeners about work, because sometimes it can feel repetitive. In truth, it does feel repetitive.
Yes.
A lot of the times, because it will be
especially
the same.
in our line, if you are doing everything and getting no results.
Exactly. And so it will feel repetitive, and it will in no means mean that when you jump out of bed, I mean, the excitement and the verve with which you want to come in, and I mean, and I'll share this experience. On a personal score, I love radio a lot. And in my previous life, I took a leave. I mean, was it 3 weeks or something? When I came back, I was so excited to be back on air. And you could tell from how I went about work that day and when I got on radio, how, I mean, if you listen to my pitch and everything, my voice carried a lot of excitement. And to another colleague, Osei Usamanko, who's with the Ghana Shepherds Authority now, today is a holiday, so I'm most certain he'll be home. Good morning to him this morning as well.
Oh, today's a holiday?
Yes, today's a holiday. So he was like, hey, the boy has missed the radio.
Yes.
You know, you could
It is telling.
It was very telling. But when I returned after a while, that excitement will not be there again.
It faded off.
Because it will not be the same high-pitched excitement every day. It will get boring.
You will get tired along the way.
Tiring because it becomes repetitive, right? Doesn't mean that it's not important work. That's why I was coming in to say that
there are also
waking up every day,
such as
waking up every day will not be exciting. I mean, let's tell ourselves the truth.
No,
it will not be exciting.
Here's the
every
context.
day.
The point I made was not about you merely getting tired out of the work.
It's a job
you
finding.
Simply losing interest in the job. There are two different things, and that is why leave opportunities are there. In some organizations, the HR will force you to go on leave. If you have been on the job for a while, and like you said, they observe your output They are able to tell that, look, this man needs rest. This man needs rest. Let him go and rest for a week or two and come back. Some will arrange the rest for you. Just climb the mountain, sleep in some hotel, swim in a pool.
Well,
some cozy environment.
I'll tell you what.
And then come back. That is different.
Let me give you on a good word.
Are you sleeping alone? Another question that must be
another
asked.
question that must be. So
I'm sorry. Let me
put
just land on
together
that
vacations
Yes.
for you. I'm just adding it that they'll fully paid for vacation.
Vacation for you.
They'll give it to you.
Yes.
I have a friend in Zimbabwe. No, not Tanzania, not Zimbabwe. He's called Bishop. He's a morning show host.
Yeah.
And he gets 2 flights out of the country.
Fully paid for
with his family. In
Every year.
Yes, every year. In his office, there's a fridge that has his favorite beverage in there. He takes a break, so when sports is on, he takes a break, goes there. There's a smoke break, blah blah blah. So when he came down here, we brought him. He said, "But you guys,
you are joking.
People say you are morning show host. You are not morning show host.
Nothing shows it is a morning
There's
show.
nothing morning about you. And like the conditions of service. It's most workers don't talk about it because they just want to, be in there,
pass through,
get something to take home. That's the principal thing. That look, I want to get something to take home. I don't want my wife talking back at me when I talk. I don't want my husband disrespecting me. And most people look at it from that perspective. But
from the figures.
Yes, the figures, the money. And that's why I like the point that you raised. That it's not all about money. Sometimes about the dignity and the respect that is accorded you
on the job.
And dignity is very important.
There are many people who work in the ministries, departments, and agencies who are not respected one bit. They are just there, and sometimes on the sides, they will call you on the side. You get to the car park, you park your car, and they will call you. They will lament for 4 pages. But they cannot go and say the same things in a union meeting.
Yeah. No.
They will tell you, say, Charlie, when you go, talk some for we. I don't know how they say it in Abe.
You put me on the spot, so I'll return.
You are an elective man. This one too is married to an every woman. He's not learning the language.
He's not
learning the language. He's not even trying. He's not attempting. So largely, most people in this republic of ours don't really care about conditions of service. They only care about
what they receive
at the end of the month. What's going in for me? What am I receiving to take home? And that's where the problem is.
Is it also not because of the? I mean, today's workers, as we were talking about work. Is it also? We'll get into BOG and its related matters a lot later.
DJ feel find work and happiness.
You understand? Is it not also sometimes because there's pressure on the income? Such that conditions.
On whose side?
No, I'm saying the money, when you receive it, there's pressure. It must answer a lot of things. So you want to forego additional comfort and be asking that the one you used to be doing beverages in the fridge didn't add it to this information.
I'm saying to you that.
No, I'm just
saying to you that there are people who get into negotiations. They listen to the bulk amount first, and they agree. It is when they start working and they start seeing the SOP and start drilling down and say, Charlie, I made a mistake. But it did inside already. So
the ball figure is 1,000 guys.
So they can't
say you are excited, you accept. Then you enter, then
they say,
Charlie,
they say, if I go carry the concrete for here, so people get in there, Charlie, because they've been home for a long time. There's nothing happening, no show, no action. Can you imagine, Marina, if you are a married man, you have maybe 2-3 children, and every time your wife wakes up, she's the one going, you are not going, and she comes back and she won't insult you directly, but the things that will be said, the songs that will be sung, you know that they are ministering to your soul. So when you get somewhere to perch, you go and perch.
So the hour is ponodemiano.
Oh, ponodemiano. You go and perch. People perch. People actually on their jobs not because they are getting what they deserve or what is supposed to be paid
not
to them.
because they are happy with what
No, they are patching because, Charlie, if when morning breaks and they don't get out of their homes, there's trouble. Look, the area folks will talk about it. Their family folks will talk about it. Wife will talk about it. In-laws will talk about it.
Reason people are fired from their employment. So they still wake up, bath, and go to and say they are going to work.
They will say,
yes.
So they say, into Kuno. People are in there not because what they are doing, they enjoy it. They are there. They're just there, Charlie, because
they will add the word.
And bro. Say, I say, hey, sister, bro. So right there, they planted something to the woman's head, and then it will germinate and grow fruit. And then every day,
and the fruits will not taste sweet.
No, but she will be the one to be delivering the fruits.
Yeah, I'm
but
saying
you
the fruits will not taste sweet to you.
You will be consuming the fruits. It will not be nice for you.
Yeah. 6.
Yeah. So, bottom line is that every manager, every leader, let me say, because being a manager is different from being a leader. A manager is a leader, but a leader is not necessarily a manager. So every leader is able to tell when the team is falling apart, and is able to tell where the problem is. If you come on air and you are not sounding well, a good leader will be able to tell whether it's just normal stress.
But the manager will say, Yakubu, manage.
Whether it is just ordinary stress, and if it is ordinary stress, how do we deal with it? Or there's something intrinsically wrong. You are not satisfied with some portion of your job or your job. And again, the leader will then try to find out, how do we resolve this? So the approaches will be different. If you are just tired, say, Auntie Amma Lawson, good morning to you. The morning show team, they need some weekends on the mountains, so that they can eat some fufu and swim in the pool and just relax their brains and come back. It's an example I'm citing, but Auntie Amma Lawson, it is possible. Astus, it is possible. It can even be a vacation. It need not be a staycation. You see, bottom line is
my thoughts on these matters. I like to keep them.
No, you cannot keep.
Oh no, I'm saying
you must spill.
No, I'm saying that I agree with. I mean, there are sessions in that light as to vacations, vacations, and staycations, and all of that. Very interesting how.
And you see,
Gen Zs have modified words for us these
and you
days.
see, a lot of the times, the organization will lose little to nothing in providing that small comfort for the
general well-being
of the team. But the organization will gain more
because the staff will return happy,
productivity,
motivated,
energy will be there. All negativity dispelled. So imagine that first quarter is done. Then
first quarter retreats.
First quarter is done. Astus will say, and that's also part of the problem. The way these things are couched, you say retreat, then you get to the retreat and it is more work.
I beg you.
So imagine another example that I am wishing to become true. Just imagine that after first quarter, Astus says, "Oh guys, Charlie, I see say from December up to this point, you guys have been on. Let's just take a stroll." You see the word I used? Stroll. Let's just take a stroll. Then you go up there. Again, sadly, I keep saying you go up the mountains because there's nowhere else to go. That's the other sad part about this town that we work in.
But today we are not talking about that. We are talking about...
No, we are not. Yeah, let me not. Helen Apia Ampofu will say, I digress.
Yeah.
But let me come back. So Astu says, let's stroll up the mountain. The team is how many people? Let's say 10 people. You go up the mountain, find some cozy environment, you sit there, you chat about any and everything but work. You know, share a little palm wine, a little coconut, eat some fufu, you know, walk through the gardens, take some pictures, Kunzo's favorite part. Take pictures in the broken down helicopter. This is just a Saturday or a holiday like this. Then you come back. Maybe you spend like 1,000 cedis to 1,005 cedis, 500 cedis. That's all you will spend. But for the next quarter, it will amaze you how that Phil, what's the word again? Vacation. How that one vacation will impact the output of the team, because they come back feeling loved, feeling appreciated, importantly feeling relaxed, in a good mood. Then there's a problem. Sunrise, there's this problem with Sunrise. How do we deal with it? Immediately, ideas are flowing because the brain is refreshed. As opposed to working throughout the year. Throughout the year, what you are entitled to is your annual leave. So there's a lot that can be done to improve employee, again, I don't like using the word employee, team motivation. And it's not always about the money. It's not all the time you see the team dragging their feet that it's about salary increment. It's not all the time you see the team dragging their feet that it's about allowances. Sometimes the small things. Absolutely. Let's just go and play games. Sunrise, new day. What do they call them? Kaukudi Park. Small pools. Sunrise will play new day. After that, Trail Lounge will play afternoon show. You see, how much will you spend in doing that? But at the end of the day, the returns are more. So every organization has the opportunity to do things that would uplift the spirit of the team, boost the morale of the team, and it is amazing how that ultimately affects productivity.
Right. We'll continue. And the other aspects which I was hoping to talk about, I mean, you've mentioned bits and pieces of it, but do we respect honest work? Honest work in this part of the country? Do we respect the average individual?
Who are we?
I mean, for
the employer
Ghanaians,
or the employee?
I mean, Ghanaians.
Okay.
So I'm not. So take the mind out of the box of employer-employee situation, and then work in general. Cleaners, janitors, Uber drivers, trotro drivers, persons who hawk on the street, persons who are starting their own small jobs and all of that. Do we come across as people, or are we losing ourselves as people who respect the honest little work that somebody does which puts food on their table?
We don't. And it's one of the biggest problems of our society today. We don't appreciate people who genuinely give off or want to give off their best, working within the limits and confines of what is ethical, what is right, what is wrong. Ensuring the ultimate goal of the organization or the task, which would be to achieve the ends of the task that has been set. We don't appreciate, and it tells in how we relate to people who try to do honest work. Everybody is looking for a fast way, a fast means of getting to Circle. Nobody wants to sit in the trotro that will take you 3 hours from Jubilee House to Circle. Everybody is looking for that trotro that would take you 5 minutes from Jubilee House to Circle. But between Jubilee House and Circle, there are traffic lights which must be observed. There are road bumps which are meant to limit your speed within the particular space. There are traffic control police who are meant to ensure that you observe all those lights and bumps. So just the 3 blocks that I have mentioned, for somebody to use 5 minutes from Jubilee House to Circle, it means that the person would have to break 1 or 2 or all of the set pieces that I have mentioned. But that is what you, the passenger, would appreciate, because ultimately you are looking at what you get out of it. So the organization provides for the betterment or the morale of the team. Again, let me use, please, the examples I'm using are not about media general law. I'm just using what I'm familiar with, that's all. So the organization provides, let's say, breakfast, let's say Milo and those things for the morning show team. It says that because you wake up at dawn and you get to the office literally at dawn, your work starts very early in the morning, you would not have been able to have breakfast at home. So when you get here, we have some hot water for you to drink, or take in something before you continue with the work. Then one member of the team thinks that, oh, by this thing self, it is better kept in my house than kept in the office. You are shortchanging the organization and hindering the reason the organization sets the particular goal, which ultimately would be to encourage members of the team to be able to produce, to be able to give off their utmost best. So there's no honesty in anything that we do. We look more at what we get out of it than what the society generally will get or what our employer would get. But we'd also say that we do that because we don't feel appreciated or well motivated. So there's no honesty, there's no principle, there's no ethic. Every person, Mawena, you should have a work ethic which governs you in the job you do. But the producer self, if not for me, the show would not have run. The producer is not serious. The producer doesn't know anything. The DJ Phil is trying to take the credit of the producer. Oh,